Good arising, brethren. This is Big Judah coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. I pray that the Most High blesses this lesson this evening, gives more knowledge and understanding of the events of the past, in order to understand the events that are currently happening on the earth, so we get a much better understanding of the things that are soon to come on the earth. Brethren, I was looking at television a little bit earlier, and this video or this commercial actually popped up, and it was absolutely hilarious. And I wanted to share because I'm like, man, like I said, it just shows how they have no clue as to what is happening to them right now. They think that these last few months have just been absolutely hell. And I mean, when you've been experiencing the blessings all your life and for the last few hundred years, any little hiccup or any little thing that disturbs their way of life is considered hell. It's oppression. That's all the while they've been ignoring everything that's been happening to us, usually for the most part at their hands. So I thought, they think that 2020 is already done. It still has at least another 3 months. We know the numbers aren't necessarily correct, but we understand that the new year doesn't actually happen until March in the springtime. So they got 3 more months of this first year, and they act like they're already done with it. It's just too much for them. But see, this is why they don't really know the scriptures. They don't really read the scriptures, because they don't want to know. And they want to ignore the people who actually were given the scriptures and actually breaking everything down. Let's read a little Obadiah before we check this out here. As much as they want to say, oh, these certain people have died out, that's not in play anymore. We're going to read Obadiah 1:15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Has everything that you guys have done to our people been done to you yet? No. Have you experienced hundreds of years of slavery? No. Have you had your men killed and destroyed? No. Have you had the women left destitute and the children left without leadership and about a man in the house? No. Have your children been fed to alligators? No. Did the Most High inflict plague after plague after plague to destroy your people? No. Have you had your history stolen from you? No. Have you had laws all set up in order to keep you down? No. So for you guys to keep on acting, this is just a really small portion of the things we could actually be talking about. So for you guys to act like these last months is just pretty much hell, that just shows you how absolutely weak you are and how you have no understanding of the Father and you have no understanding of retribution. We've had many of our people put in jail, for crimes they didn't commit. All because of the justice system you set up. Children put in jail. All these things happen to our people. But you now say you've gone through hell. You guys act like, ooh, we know exactly what you guys have been talking about because, you've been inconvenienced for a few months. Let's take a quick look here at this commercial. From Match.com.
Satan?
Hi. 2020.
Please. Call me 2020. So where are you from?
Oh,
Me too. Only yours save me.
2020 is from hell, right? There's a little inconvenience. Like I said, they can't shop. Kids can't go to school like they want, so they can have all their free time. Like I said, it's just, they can't go on their vacations, can't go party like they want to, can't go to the concerts. And trust me, that stuff's not coming back ever. So the only time that when the Most High releases us to be able to actually go back into enjoying our lands again is when the Most High puts our people back on top.
I've been feeling so alone. I keep waiting for you, but you never come. Is this in my head? I don't know what to think. He knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring and said, "Marry me, Juliet. You never have to be alone. I love you, and that's all I really know. I talked to your dad, go pick out a white dress. Love is
And this is funny, trying to get him to go to church, knowing that the devil has been running the church the entire time. They're still trying to push that whole thing like, the devil, and actually the church is a godly place, and that the devil doesn't want to go into. The devil's been all up in these churches the entire time. Priests of Mahan have been praying to these fallen angels and these demons, to get their power this whole time. But they're still pushing that even here at the end about how, the devil and the church are totally against one another when they've been working side by side and hand in hand this whole time.
I just don't want this year to end.
Is that a little something, a little precursor of what might be happening at the real end of the year? We'll see. Yeah, and I love that. They just think 2021 is going to be their year. All of a sudden, these bad things that happened in 2020 are just going to magically disappear. That's what they're hoping for.
Oh, I've dated much worse guys than him. Much worse. I mean, at least he's famous.
I started by using the Match custom search filter. I filtered out joy, happiness, toilet paper, and reason.
Joy and happiness, phase that out, and that's it. Their joy and their happiness are done. Their joy and happiness was all done, and reason as well, at the start of our new year, March 2020. All those things just went out the door. And it's actually, you got to learn how to piece through the things that they say. They know that reason, that faith, that joy and happiness was all about for them. Their blessing, what he should have said. Their blessing is done, and that's what happened in March, in the new year for the Hebrews of 2020. But they're just making jokes out of it, but they know it's true.
Boom.
Most years I've dated are a little, I don't know. Most years I've dated are a little, I don't know, straightforward. I mean, there's
Boom.
most years custom search filter. I filtered out joy, happiness, toilet paper, and reason.
Boom.
Most years I've dated are a little, I don't know, straightforward. I mean, there's a little misery, but nothing truly soul-crushing about them.
I just want to be remembered. Do you know the poem, The Road Less Traveled by Shakespeare? I actually have the tattoo of it.
Don't ask me where.
You devil.
Guilty. She gets me. That's the best part. When you meet someone that takes time to see beneath the surface
Of the earth. It's just a perfect match.
A perfect match. 2020 and the devil. And it's actually not even the devil, it's the will of the Most High. But they can't tell you people that because they don't realize that they've been the ones serving Satan this whole time, serving the priests of Mahan, serving the demons. They've got to still make it seem as if they're the ones that are the godly ones. But we know that they're the ones that have been serving the priests of Mahan this entire time, and that blessing is over with. So for them, it's a perfect match to try to blame the devil for them losing, their blessing. But we know this is all the Most High. So like I said, now we just, they get sit here and just make these jokes about it, but we know the truth. So I thought this was pretty amusing, so I wanted to share this one with you guys. All praise is the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledge Yahweh Shai. Shalom.